Yeah. I see you, Miss G, in this thing. What's up, New Jack? Welcome to the new chapter. I'm in here with my New Jack brother. You heard it. Yeah, we got Will right here. New Jack Will, you feel
What's
me?
going on?
I
What's going
told y'all
on?
it was coming. Go ahead, man. You say what you say. Yeah. So we gonna give people time to start showing up, man. And we gonna start this podcast thing off the right way. I gotta make an adjustment. What's up, Ladybug? I see you. I gotta make an adjustment to the light real quick. I guess it won't let me, huh? We're gonna do it without it then. I tried to do it. But what's up? What's up? There they go. There they go coming in. Y'all, come on. Like I said, I got my brother New Jack Will up in this thing, man. Yeah.
What's
We gonna
going
get
on,
this
people? What's
popping.
going on?
Yeah. Welcome to the new chapter, the New Jack Crew. I told you we was getting there. We there now. We all the way there. It's about to get a fish up in this bitch.
Fisher, baby.
Yeah. I see all you guys coming in. What it do, baby? What it do? I see y'all. Man, we just about to run some things. So yeah, we're gonna get that algorithm time enough to kick in, man. You know what I'm saying? So before we do that, man, it's been a minute since we got a chance to get together, you know what I'm saying? Because you went back to prison.
It's been about 4 years. 4 years, yeah. Since 4, 5 years since we've been.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we back at it now. We back at it.
Monochrome Soul, appreciate the donation, baby. Appreciate it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but while we here, man, I'm gonna go ahead and let me see if I could. We're gonna take this shot together. You feel me? Cause you here, you know, and we're
Definitely
gonna
gotta
get this
pass that
SSG Shumpert. I
Julio.
appreciate the donation, baby. Appreciate you. Yeah, we got that Julio. We gonna take that. You feel me?
Julio.
Me and my brother, we here once again. You feel me? Been a minute, baby, and I'm glad you home. I'm gonna let you talk about your story first. Yeah. Oh, he went hard on it already.
You know how I do it.
Waste no time. Oh, yeah. Shit. So, New Jack, man, I'm telling you, we about to just run some stories with each other. I'm gonna kind of let him talk about his journey and things like that. And then we'll get to some things that you guys want to know. He has two halves to this interview that he gonna do, and we're gonna talk as brothers. You know what I'm saying? So y'all just sit back and chill, and we're gonna do this. So first of all, I want to apologize. Wait a minute. I want to tell you guys something, bro. Let me say this to Phyllis Jackson and her hubby. That's how you welcome somebody to your city. From the moment we got there, they rolled out the red carpet. They picked us up from the airport, took us to our rental car. From the rental car, we went to the hotel. Now, I can't sit here and tell you day for day. If I do, we'll take up this whole episode. But what I want to say, just the status that they got in their city, people showed them major love, waited on us hand and foot. These people had everybody on board when we got there. You feel what I'm saying? That's major love. They got us the best hotel that money could buy. You feel what I'm saying? Man, and I love them. Threw me a party. When I got in the hotel room, do you know I had gifts, food, everything laid out? They got me jackets made. Man, these people, my God. I'm gonna continue telling you about them on another episode, but I just want to say that's how you welcome somebody to your city and your state. I love you guys. All right, baby. So I want to first start out by apologizing, and we're not apologizing, just saying I'm sorry to hear about your son. You know what I mean? You lost your boy, and I watched him grow as a baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's my firstborn and only son.
I mean,
That kind of took a toll on me, but
you don't have to
it was
tell
all in
names. You want
God's
to tell him
will.
the story?
Well, basically, I'm gonna put it like this. My son, I raised him to be family oriented.
Say something?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
All right, my son, I raised him to be family oriented. You know what I'm saying? So we was a close knit family, and he was my only son, the only child I ever had. The only he was my mini me. This him right here on my chain. I wear him daily. You know what I'm saying? Basically, one of my family members. I ain't gonna say no names, but took my son's life. You know what I'm saying? Because they wanted a gun that he had. You know, and that kind of did something with me. It took away my trust. And one of the reasons why I ended up this last time in jail, because, you know, if you can't trust family, who can you trust? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that, you know, my mama raised me that, basically family is everything. But when you've been taught family is everything and you look around and you see that family is the one that's hurting you, yeah, it take a toll on you. It change you. You know what I'm saying? I lost myself for a little while. I had to regain myself by going to God for real.
Yeah, bro. I mean, when I heard about it, bro, and just what I knew at the time, that everybody was trying to cover up the fact and who did it because it was somebody that they held dearly, and they forgot about their other family member, which was your baby.
Yeah, that kind of took me fast. It took me somewhere. I lost my mind with it. But by the, yeah, it kind of took me somewhere. It messed my mind up, man. By the grace of God, it took me to get back to who I was. You know what I'm saying? Because I lost myself for a little while. I did. And I'm just grateful that God put it on my heart to get back to who I am.
So when you went to prison, you went before or after your son passing?
I went before and after. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I went before and after. It was a short little jokes before, but after I kind of lost my little mind. I was around here wilding out because
Shit, speak your mind, man.
I didn't
Speak
know
your
how to
truth, bro.
handle I didn't know how to handle the pain. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, what can you do when it's a family member that took your child life? You know what I'm saying? What can your mind take you? Because you got to look at, like, can you go do something to your family member? Can you go kill your family member behind killing your son? And especially with what we've been raised as kids, you know what I'm saying? This has been my brother since we was about 8 years old.
Hey,
I used to literally get this boy out of the house.
facts.
Barbara used to come every time I go. Barbara used to go to a family event. His mom used to introduce me as, this is my other son. This is my other son. And I ain't gonna lie, I loved Barbara. She was my other mama. You know what I'm saying?
So let's talk about going inside the prison and how that made you just lose your mind. Cause I heard about you losing your mind in there. I
Oh
heard
man.
about it.
Oh man, I ain't gonna even lie. The mind frame I was in, I couldn't contain myself.
You beat bitches.
Everything that I went into prison, everything aggravated me. Everything bothered me. Everything fucked my head up. I ain't gonna lie. Nigga, if I had court in the morning and you was making too much noise, bitch, you gotta come back to the back with your shoes, cause that's where I was at with it. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Bruh, I could say, like, my first 6 months in there, I was on edge. A motherfucker couldn't say shit. I was busting heads. I was cracking downs. Bruh, one story I won't tell y'all.
All right.
Man, I got up in there, man, and there was this Mexican in there, bitch. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, he was beating motherfuckers up. He was beating motherfuckers up, but he ain't know I was in the mind frame to where I couldn't think about a damn thing. I didn't give a fuck about nothing. I had just lost my son. I had just chased a nigga down the street and shot at their ass, trying to kill him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in this bitch with no family to help me. I ain't got nothing, and I'm struggling. This man played on my top. And when he tried to play on my top, guess what? I ain't sit. I sat back and watched. I let him play for about a week. I let him play with me for about a week. But when that week was over, I told the nigga like 2 days before I got him. I say, man, look, I gave you 5 days. You got 2 more days to show your ass. I say, when them 2 days up, you might well have your shoes on to go to this back here. I don't know if he thought I was playing.
He ain't lying.
But I wasn't playing. Know what I told that nigga? I woke up they wake us up at 4 o'clock in the morning for roll call. They woke us up at 4 o'clock in the morning for roll call. See, when they were laid around here and came back at 6 for us to go to Child, we went to Child. In the line, coming from Child, I told that nigga, I say, man, I don't want you with no risk. You done ate good. You done slept good. I say, bitch, when you get your motherfucking shoes on, we get back that line, put them shoes on, because I'm ready. It's 7 days. I gave you 7 days to play. Now I'm about to play. He thought I was joking. Real talk, I'm so serious. He thought I was playing. Man, when we got back to that line, that nigga tried to run to that fist and shake them balls. I made sure nobody don't let him get to them motherfucking balls. I say, don't let that boy get past that motherfucking day room table. And everybody in that bitch had respect for me because they knew I didn't fuck with nobody. And see, when he got in that bitch, I made everybody block him off. You not getting to them balls, boy. Only thing you gonna do is see me. And I made sure he seen me too. When he came to that back, I whooped that boy into a puddle of blood. I whooped him into a puddle of blood. And when they came in that bitch and was trying to find out what happened, ain't nobody say a word.
See, I'm trying to tell them, like, once you get behind the walls,
ain't no help for you. You could be a man out here in these streets with guns and shit. Ain't no guns back there. You got to be a man when you come down to these bitches. And see this man here on side of me? We put these bitches on a lot of niggas. We fucked up a lot of niggas. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna even lie to you. I smoke now. But guess what? Back there when I'm in that prison, I don't smoke. Bitch, win long, I'm strong, and I'm ready to carry on. So when you come to that bitch, you better bring it.
You better bring it.
You better bring it, because guess what? I'm ready to go. We can go all day. Now, I ain't gonna even lie to you. I can't say my win good like that no more. And plus, age sitting in, boy, I'm about to make 45 next Saturday.
Damn. November, baby.
Yeah, November 8th.
Yeah.
November 8th, I make 45.
Sure, but that's a blessing. You know how many of our brothers that ain't get a chance to do that?
Man, it's so many of them. I could name them about CJ.
Nah.
I could name CJ. I could name Kush. I could name
I just told him about Kush.
I could name a number of them, bro, that came up. We came up and we did a lot of things. It's by the grace of God. We still here. We did a lot of things, bro. We shot at niggas. We beat niggas. We robbed niggas. We did a lot of shit, bro. And that, to be honest with you, that shit ain't the way to go. But we only made do with what we had growing up. That's all we had, bro. We was raised up on the Doug strip. We had poor families, you know what I'm saying? We had to get it out the mud. Man, a lot of places, a 10-year-old ain't around this bitch selling no motherfucking dope. A 10-year-old is not around this bitch trying to feed his family. A 10-year-old not buying his own clothes and shoes, and we did this. Yeah.
That's facts, bro.
We did this.
So out the prison, when first season 1. Now, my brother was in there in season 1. Now, he got shipped, but he did get a chance to see a few people. Who would you say?
But man, Tay, Rev, Quill,
Yeah,
Baby Charles,
yeah.
and a
So
few more.
a few more.
I know him.
Tell
We
us
was
a
in.
tell us a Buttman story.
Oh man. You talking about when Budman be around this bitch creeping in the dark and Budman around this bitch walking around picking up cigarettes. You know about Budman. I ain't gonna tell
A
you.
lot of people think he got the name Buttman because of what his predator ways was, but it wasn't. It's because he was picking up cigarette butts and tearing them bitches off when they get short and re-rolling them bitches. That's what that's from,
Yeah,
But
picking up the guard, cigarette butts and
yeah,
everything.
yeah. So yeah, but like, do you remember him putting his hands on anybody?
Oh yeah, I remember when he uh did Tay Tay and took his little booty.
So yeah, it was a lot going on, and I be trying to tell these youngsters, because like I said, bro, I tell these stories, and a lot of people was like, man, that can't happen back there. Shit like that don't happen back there, and shit like that. What would you say to that?
I say that bullshit and they don't know what the fuck they talking about.
They don't know
Man,
nothing.
do you remember? I'm gonna tell you a little story about two best friends. Tony T and Dez. You remember Tony T and
I
Dez?
told him his story. Tell it. I remember Tony T and Dez. You
Man,
tell it.
Tony T and Dez was best friends. They ran, they did everything, all laid dirt together. So they get caught on a murder charge and they go to jail. Guess what? They sent Dez because he was 18, 17, and Tony T was 15 going on 16. They sent Dez to Angola and they sent Tony T to a regular little prison. So Dez in Angola maybe about 2-3 years before Tony T. Take in mind, they close, like me and him close.
Yeah.
Like we was, they was. You know what I'm saying? So then Tony T come to Angola. He get to Angola. Dez already Angola, been in Angola 2-3 years before Tony T get there. Guess what? Tony T ain't know the mind frame of a man in a prison is different from the mind of a man in a parish prison.
Right.
That man was in the penitentiary where they got predators, where they got men that's gonna take your ass, take your food, take your everything if you let them. You know what I'm saying? And that changed this. That made this a predator his goddamn self. So Tony T came to Angola thinking that him and Dez was gonna be pressure homeboys and buddies.
What's up, baby?
Got to that bitch, and Dez fucked Tony T. Turned him out.
Beat him up every day.
Took his ass, took his mouth, took his body.
Took his body and mind.
But this goes to say, everybody ain't your friend. Man, you could think everybody your friend, but guess what? Is you could look in her, you could tell by a person's actions, you could look in a person's eye, you could tell by their emotions and their movements if they love you like a brother. You know what I'm saying? I love this man like a brother. I always did. He'll tell you I go against my brother for him, and he'll go against his brother for me. You know what I'm saying? We came up from 10 years old. I was 10, he was 9. We clicked up and we was like that. We always hung together every day. If you seen him, you seen me. If you seen me, you seen him. Matter of fact, our 2 firstborn sons, we were staying in an apartment together. His old lady and my old
Where we
lady.
was staying?
Behind the mall.
MC.
On what that was?
Monette.
No, that was
Suzanne.
We was on our first apartment with Suzanne. Yeah. Man, we used to wash our sons together, wash them, and take care of them. We raised them in the same time. My son that died and his oldest son, Greg, yes, they was
my oldest son.
Yeah, we had them all. We had them all in there. We had them all together. We was a close-knit family. This was always and always gonna be my brother. I'm closer with this man here than I am with my actual. I got 3 brothers, and I'm closer with him than I am with any one of my brothers.
So now y'all know my homeboy Nachi. So one time behind the mall, this is after we got out of prison, everything, and we trying to start our life and everything. They going to go get some weed. At the time, no good. At the time, I ain't even smoking. You know what I'm saying? But I was smoking right before that. That was his thing. I drank.
He was the drinker and I was the smoker. So
They
I started
can't
him
hear
to smoke.
you.
He was the drinker and I was the smoker. I
Yeah.
started him to smoking and he started me to drinking.
Yeah. And
So
they left
you
to
know
go
how
get
it
some
go.
weed. And I'm looking for them. I'm like, man, where him and Nachi at? Man, them boys been gone for about 2 hours. Now you tell them where y'all was. Cause that boy still in prison behind that, man. That boy still, that boy. The police picked them up and took them to jail. They were going to get some weed. Stop Nachi. He only had a couple warrants. Stop Nachi, cause Nachi had robbed the pizza man. Him and Dooley Billy. And
Man, Billy's stupid.
yeah, and I'm waiting on them, and he calling me from the parish prison. They only took him because they was already gonna take Nachi. Nachi had he got to go. So you got one warrant. I might well take you too. Man, that shit was crazy though. Like we got some times we had together. Tell what we used to sleep at when we ran away from home.
Man, we ran away from home, man. We thought we were
Yeah,
grown. We ran away from home. We thought we was grown. He was maybe 13 and I was 14. We thought we was grown motherfuckers, boy. We was around this bitch selling dope and all that. We run away from home. We sleeping in the goddamn bushes on a car seat.
On the car seat.
On a car seat.
In the bushes with a
catching plays.
barrel.
Catching plays. A pocket full of money.
Pocket
we
full of
we
money.
sleeping outside in the fucking bushes. Trying to get away. His mama looking for him. My mama looking for them. They looking for me. We collaborate. They scouring the city for us, and we ducked out. We see them coming. We ducking.
Yeah.
We ducking and running. We was doing a lot, boy. We was too much.
Yeah. So man, like, what could you tell us about, and really everything I really do, bro, I do it for the youth. You know that. So what could you say the youth facing when they go in? Tell us about your journey going from the parish prison, walking in there and being josed. I mean, and being shipped and shit. Tell us how that worked.
Man, I ain't gonna even lie to you. I got in there.
You gotta talk. Yeah, hold that mic.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. This time I got in there, bro, and I was on the wrong mind frame. Like I told you, I wasn't nowhere in the mind. So I thought I was just going because this time here before that getting shipped, I ain't never get shipped that fast, boy. I don't think I stayed at the Paris for a week. That nigga, they shipped the fuck out of me. In that little week I was in that bitch, I was causing all kind of hell. I was beating shit up. I was flushing shit out. I was taking people food. Fuck that. I ain't have nothing. I was at the bottom and I ain't had nobody send me shit in there. Shit, I was in that bitch. I went crazy in that bitch. I was taking shit. They shipped me.
Where they ship you to?
They shipped me to Callahoola.
Callahoola was your first stop?
Yeah, Callahoola my first stop.
And after you left Callahoola, where you went?
After I left Callahoola, they shipped me back to the parish, and then I left because I had court. I left the parish. I stayed in the parish about a month. They shipped me to Jonesboro.
Damn.
Left Jonesboro. They sent me to River Bend. I left River Bend and came back to the parish. Shit, when I got to the parish, I told my lawyer, I said, you know what, River Bend did it for me. I say, man, you got to put a hold on me. I ain't trying to get shipped no motherfucking more. I'm tired of being shipped. Shit, I've been shipped back and forth. I'd have been to the parish 3 times and have been in 3 different other prisons, man. So what y'all gonna do, man? I'm trying to stay this way. What I already don't have fun. Boy, River Bend started you to death.
Man, so my story that I know about this man, I watched a dude come up to this man. You know what I'm saying? He thought he was gonna check Will. So he talking to the homeboy, he loud capping, throwing them subliminals, man. Yeah, look at that whole ass nigga doing this, doing that. You know what I'm saying? So he overheard this shit. He took off walking. I'm like, where the fuck is he going? first, next thing you know, I see this nigga diving in nigga shit. Boom, 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 boom. I'm like, man, here we go. Come on. We all fighting. These dudes got dudes running out. Man, we wasn't as strong as we are today. You know what I'm saying? So we held our own that day, But I just remember him taking off. And see, that's why you gotta be mindful, because your brother's coming behind you. So you gotta be mindful when you in that bitch on how your emotions take over you. And I understand, bro, because this man had a rough life, bro. Me too, but I can vouch for this. You know what I'm saying? And just like I said with these interviews, we starting from the beginning of everything. And we going, and you gonna meet everybody you want to meet. This is the new chapter of everything. You're gonna meet every one of these guys that you guys want to meet. I'm bringing them to you. But anything you want to tell us, any stories you got, anything, because you took a lot of journeys yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I already know, like, y'all gotta understand, I'm on that good-hearted shit right now. My bro, you know what I'm saying? That's why I can depend on my bros, you know what I'm saying? But if there's anything you want to tell us, you know what I'm saying, we won't listen.
Man, I'm gonna tell you like this. Me, me and my bro, we didn't live the life. You know what I'm saying? Well, we'd have been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? We was raised in these streets, man. Like our mamas and daddies loved us the best they knew how, but we came from the struggle, man. We came from the dirt. We ain't have it. You know what I'm
Not at
saying? We
all.
had to make a way for ourselves.
Yeah, facts.
And
We
you know
spent
what
more
I'm
time in the
saying?
streets.
I look out and I see, bro. I lost my son, bro, with the youth, bro. I could honestly say, bro, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, we need more men to stand up for they kids, to be there with their kids, bro. I watched this man raise his kids, and I raised my kids, and we came from nothing, but we did the best we could with our kids. You know what I'm saying? They need more niggas to get out here and be a part of their kids' life, because if it did, shit wouldn't happen like it happened to my son. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was envy. I know what it was.
Yeah.
When kids grow up and they don't have their parents to be a background for them, it
Right. Go ahead. I'm
it actually it take away the guidance they had. They don't have no guidance and they feel lost. So anybody can manipulate them, man, train them.
Yeah. Look up.
Train them. Train them to do all this dumbass shit and think that shit cool.
Now, facts. Let's talk about facts. Now, you know he was murdered by the police. He was at the casino gambling. He was murdered by the police. He was shot. But you had a bone to pick with him. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Me and Fats, we had a problem because Fats laid around here and tried to get at my
Close to
daughter.
your mouth.
Fats tried to lay around here and get at my daughter when she was like 14, 13. Walking to the store, me and him had a problem because my son and my daughter was walking from the store, and Fats, a grown ass man, stopped to try to talk to my daughter.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
They out here.
He did not know he was fucking up. I came down that street like a bat out of here down that corner. Boy, don't play with that one. Don't play with now one of mine.
Hey, bro, I just went and gave my condolences to his brother, because I don't care what a man do. And this is my thing that I always tell everybody. I don't care what you do, and to go to prison or whatever. You don't deserve to lose your manhood. You don't deserve to get stabbed. That ain't your sentence. You sentenced to years, but you're not sentenced to get your booty taken. You know what I'm saying? We don't fuck with predators. We don't like them.
Well, no.
We try to hurt them.
Fuck them up.
You know, that's why I was trying to get y'all the last season to see how we came in, because y'all gonna hear about him in the last season because he came there. So, you know what I'm saying? That's why I wanted to finish everything before I started these interviews. But once I went to the hood and went through Scotland and shit just kind of took off. So we going back to back with interviews. Y'all getting another interview today, you know. And like I said, you know they be rough in the beginning, but we're gonna work out the kinks to this shit, you know, as we go. But you got any stories you want to tell that happened behind the walls or something like that? I know you ain't really a big talker. So, you know, I just had to get you on here so they could see you.
Yeah. It's been a lot of little fights behind the walls, boy. Like I could tell about this little time. I'm gonna tell you.
Well, tell us about you and Jimbo. Tell us about you and Jimbo.
Man, Jimbo was a little nigga from the hood he hung with. I guess our ops.
Yeah, that's what you'll call them.
They was our ops at the time. And we had a mutual acquaintance. We always met them at a mutual acquaintance house. So one day I'm over there and I'm chilling, you know what I'm saying? And he come. And when he get over there, you know, he was on some slide shit. He was really trying to take something from me. And he was talking buku shit to me because growing up, I was a little rough nigga, but I stayed to myself. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nobody but me and him. So
quiet.
I was by myself. And I guess he thought I was a bitch ass nigga or something because he tried to come at me. So, you know what? He left. Got him a little group of niggas. And they was posted up on the track. So me and him, we go down the track, you know what I'm saying? And this other dude named Crybaby. You remember Crybaby?
I remember Crybaby. Roy.
Yeah. We going up the track and they coming up there. And Josh hadn't got a little people. He felt he was red. He was on the popping. He was gonna get me. So
what he said.
So everybody said, all right, nobody gonna crowd. It's gonna be a one-on-one. So me and him squared up. I dove in the shit.
That boy started popping out blood. He ain't never seen that anger.
I just dove in the shit. Boom. So I dropped him. He thought I was gonna stand over him and punch on him. I ain't stand over and punch on him. I let it get your ass up. Get your ass up. I don't want to beat you while you down, and then I want you to stand in front of these bitches. And boy, he tried to stand in front of these bitches. I kept on knocking them down like bowling pins. I kept on knocking them down like bowling pins. They laid around here and stopped the shit.
Yeah.
Man, we were young, boy. We used to go to that church. Remember Church Chicken?
Yeah.
We go to Church Chicken, grab us a motherfucking 10-piece.
$4.99.
Stop by old man James.
Yeah. I remember.
Grab our little bag and yeah, we out there. We going. We finna run it.
Sit on the tracks all night.
Shit, yeah. We was doing too much.
Too much. But Jimbo is in the episodes. So that's why I had him tell you the story, because he's in the episode, Jimbo. You know, and he thought I already knew who he was when he came to prison, but he came there a whole nother way thinking he was something that he wasn't. And I told him, boy, my dog already whoop your ass. Why you think you in here with that bullshit plan? I already know who you are. You gonna stop fighting, because that's what he did. He copped out when a nigga start punching on him too hard. Now you get back there behind the walls and nigga get the punching on you too hard, you gonna cop out. I'm telling you. Like, I'm doing these episodes, but to see this shit with your own eyes, to see a man get punched so hard, his shit get a dent in his face, that's how dudes working out. That's how dudes working out, to punch through your body, to punch you under the concrete. They trying to kill you.
Bust your ass.
They don't care.
Leave you in a puddle of fucking blood.
You know, and me telling stories, I I did this shit, and I know all my brothers, they ain't with the internet type deal, but so I started talking to them. Lako, all of them, man, y'all doing this because y'all doing this for your brother. Y'all ain't doing this for no internet fame and shit like that.
Right.
We gonna be us and we gonna do this thing. So I'm bringing this shit from the beginning so you guys can see just like the episode started. And he was actually in the first prison until some shit happened and he got shipped. So he was there in the beginning of the creation of the New Jack Crew.
Right.
Yeah. So, it's a lot of crazy things that happen in prison. And that Tony T and Dead situation he told you guys about, that shit is fact. I told you guys before he even came around. Like, we knew these guys personally from the streets, and these motherfuckers killed a junkie. They killed Strawberry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like some shit that didn't have to be done, and they hung thick as thieves. So your best friend, you hollering all that gang shit and that bro shit. I'm telling you, down here in Louisiana, that shit gets no play down here. That shit gets no play. Nigga don't care how long they been knowing you. How long? You know what I'm saying? Once you get behind the walls, boy, nigga will use your booty. They will use your booty. You know what I mean?
You gotta be a man or you gonna be a stand. I don't think you want to be a stand.
Walkman story. Now, hey, y'all, bro, trust me. Like I said, I got y'all coming. Y'all got another interview with Tyrus. Tyrus coming. Tyrus is from this season. He should be on his way shortly. So, we're gonna end this one in an hour, and we're gonna be right back up. Because it's so many interviews, some is pre-recorded, but it's so many interviews, and I started it. I bought the microphones up there in Detroit when I was up there kicking it with my family that showed me so much goddamn love.
Right.
You know what I mean? Till bro came back down, hooked them up, and said, it's time to put them interviews up. It's time to bring them brothers on display. It's time to show them how deep we really are. Like, yeah, it ain't just me, but that's we all just respect each other circle, and what each other doing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it ain't like we trying to do this shit for the internet. You know what I mean?
Nah. We just keep putting it out there. You know how it go.
Yeah. And then YouTube been so hard on me, man. It's a goddamn shame, bro. Niggas got guns on this bitch, bro. And I say the wrong word. They taking my shit down because I'm on some positive shit. They don't want that shit. People don't respect that shit, bro. They don't respect that. Yeah. But yeah, bro, I was real sorry to hear about Jonathan. You know what I'm saying? He was 19 at the time, huh? 20. Yeah. Young life, man, gone. This is what the streets is. And guess what? We just now had a jumper on the Mississippi River Bridge. A jumper. They had him out there all night. He threatening, get back. I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? This is, and hold on. Right now, when I came and got you, right before I came and got you, no dude got killed right here by Samo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude got killed by Samo at the corners out there. He was stretched out on the ground. My son sent me a picture of it. I'm going to try to put that on Instagram or whatever. Well, not a picture, a little short video or whatever. Try to put that on. Man, this shit getting dangerous every single day.
Right.
Yeah. What? Somebody say, Carla Blackman say, what? A jumper. Yeah, a jumper.
Yeah, a jumper.
A jumper. Yeah, he like, get back.
He gonna jump off the bridge.
All you motherfuckers better get back. Get back. I'm gonna jump, motherfucker.
But you know what? I don't think he gonna jump, because if he was gonna jump, he
would have done it.
And that nigga know if he jumping that bitch, he going straight to the bottom.
And he gonna hit that bitch like a pound of bricks.
Like a pound of bricks. When he come back up, he gonna come back up 8 miles up the river.
8 miles up the motherfucking river.
Current gonna suck his stupid ass in.
Man, bro, that's facts, bro. And this ain't the first one. Y'all know about the dude that lost all his money at the casino, huh? I guess this bridge is a big tourist attraction. He came down here, he lost all his money at the casino, then he drove right on the bridge with his car, his rental car. And he walked out to the end and he climbed up there and he jumped. He ain't waste no time. He didn't want to be stopped. That's somebody who had his mind made up.
Yeah.
And he jumped off that bitch.
You know what I'm telling you? Shit, if his mind made up, he gonna go dive in that bitch. He ain't gonna just sit around and say, I'm gonna jump.
I'm gonna
Shit,
jump. Get
that
back.
nigga, you ain't jumping nowhere. Get your ass from down there.
Get your ass off that bridge. They closed the whole goddamn bridge down.
Right.
You can't even get to Port Allen. You can't even get over there. Yeah, speaking of Port Allen.
Get your ass off that bridge. My
Yeah.
auntie trying to get home from work.
So we couldn't even get over there, you know. But dude just got stressed out over here. Last week, some dudes got stressed out. They shooting up every hood.
Man, they had a shooting like 2 days ago down the street from my house.
Down the street.
Down the street.
And you stay off the Providence.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, bro.
Boulevard.
Yeah, you know, it go that like you hear about Boulevard quick, and people don't realize about Marquise. Like, was I in a studio with him every single day?
Yeah, you was.
I was they engineer. Almost everything you heard Marquise drop, I produced that. Almost everything you heard him drop, I produced that. Boo Man was the back and forth of it. So when they get to telling these Marquise stories and shit, and matter of fact, Tyrus, my cellmate who coming, like we all from Louisiana. I brought him around. I'm gonna get him to tell his story. I brought him around to the studio on Eddie Robinson in the South, and I ain't even know him and Marquise had a problem. I ain't even know this.
Was crazy.
This shit was crazy. I'm gonna let him finish this shit. Cause man, Marquise bugged up when he seen him. You know, and shit just was, I was like, damn, bro, I ain't know, bro. I would have told you he was coming. Cause he always in this bitch. Him and Bugsy Calhoun. They call him Black Bull, you know. So it's just crazy, man. I'm gonna let him tell that story. You know what I'm saying? Shit just crazy. But we got a lot of interviews coming. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, what time it is? So we should be like within the hour of Tyra showing up too, because I got them scheduled back to back. Then not Nick, y'all done seen another Nick. Then I don't know if it's Remo and or somebody else coming in first. I don't know, but we trying to do the best we can to come up with a schedule. You know, all this shit is freelance. I ain't putting too much thought in it. I'm just gonna let this shit fly.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I'm gonna let this shit fly. Let y'all know who we really are. You know, because y'all see the comedy side of me and the positive side of me, but it's another side to this shit too. And people get that shit twisted. Like, nah, I'm doing this to keep the kids' attention. You gotta be entertaining, right? Because this is so much to do on the internet.
Yeah,
you know, yeah, and they can't sit still. You know, so Bunny Baby, I appreciate it, man. I see a lot of you guys. I didn't call or whatever, but we just kind of keep this shit rolling. You know what I'm saying? But man, we like at 43 minutes, you know what I'm saying? We got a little bit more time. You want to take us out on something? I'm gonna let you do it.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah. Is I'm at the right place? Okay, yeah, let's. So I'm gonna lay around here and tell y'all about the little fight I had. I'm gonna tell y'all about the time when I first got to Callahoola. Man, I got to Callahoola, man. They put me in J dorm. All right, J dorm is a dorm where they keep Lake Charles, Shreveport, and Lafayette over there. The people from over there. Taking mine. Lafayette, Shreveport, and Lake Charles. They don't like Baton Rouge
at all.
In the prisons, they into it. Nah, I'm in that bitch. I go to that bitch and everybody in that bitch got on EBR fucking jerseys. But it's like a dorm of like 250 fucking people. And them bitches got Like they got fucking Lake Charles, they got Shreveport, and they got motherfucking Lafayette over there. Now none of them don't like Baton Rouge niggas at all, bro. And they just brought a whole bus from EBR and put them bitches in a dorm with these niggas. Man, we walked in that bitch. It was buku people, like everybody in that bitch was already eyes was focused on the fucking door. And it's like a bus of like, I'd say about 25, 30 of us. Man, I laid around here. I say, man, where they taking me? Because I've been on the bus for 3 hours. We get up there, you know what I'm saying? We in there. They put us in the dorm. They shut the door. Man, I mean, as soon as they shut the door, man, I seen niggas just start getting jugged up. Niggas come in that bitch with they little blades. They start poking shit. Yeah. Man, I'm running around this bitch. Everything run up to me. I don't know if they got a knife or they trying to run to me. Man, I punch everything that stood in front of me. Everything that stood in front of me, I try to knock them out in that bitch because I'm like, man, fuck this. I don't want to feel that blade. I don't want to feel that bitch. Man, I laid around here and put about 4 of them out there in that bitch. See, when I put them 4 out, they had a little nigga say, man, go on find your bunk. This nigga was running the whole fucking tail. A little short ass nigga. He was foggy a little bit, but he was young and he had dreads in his head, man. That nigga was running that bitch. He was running that bitch. Yeah. Man, the nigga say.
So he running the whole dorm.
He running the whole dorm, nigga. He got all the niggas on Lake Charles, on Shreveport, and in Lafayette. He got them bitches on lock. And I don't know, that nigga just took a liking.
Imagine that.
He took a liking to me, and he fuck with me, bro. I lived in that bitch with them niggas, and just cause that nigga said so, ain't nobody try to play with me. But boy, one nigga tried to play with me. I had my motherfucking, I made stove. And these niggas, they lurk when you have stove.
That was Tyrus just text me. He on his way.
He laid around here, and he laid around.
He called it coming. Oh, my bros.
He had laid around here and tried to take my little zoo bag. I was sitting in front of the TV, and the front of my bunk was in the back. But I always sidewalk up. Look at my bunk, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Cause nigga take your shit if you let him.
You take it.
You know what I'm saying? So I kept on saying him watch me from the back of the till while I'm sitting in the front watching TV. He kept his eye on, but he didn't know I kept my eye on you too.
And watching your bitch.
I'm saying, bitch. Yeah. So I walked to the back, and he like, "What up, OG?" I say, "I don't know, you tell me." I say, "I ain't gonna even lie to you. I don't even play them type of games with no nigga." I say, bro, all I'm gonna tell you is, if you get caught in that bitch, you're gonna get left in that bitch. I'm gonna leave you in that bitch. You're like, what you talking about, OG? I said, man, I ain't talking about nothing. I say, just do what you gotta do, and I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
Do what you do.
Do what you gotta do. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? I went back, sit up in front. I sit back like this here. So I go, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm unaware because I ain't knowing that 2 other niggas that sleep 2 bunks down from me, they beefing. The little niggas from in the corner were beefing. So I look over, you know what I'm saying, that night. I look over and this boy laid down to go to sleep. Man, I seen about 6 niggas jugging that nigga up in his sleep.
In his sleep, jugging.
Fucking sleep. Bruh, you know what I did? I stayed up for the next 2 weeks. Watch it, nigga. Bitch, if you jug me up in my sleep, I'm already gonna have that shit ready for you.
Angela Gold3 say, what's one of the worst things you ever seen in prison?
The worst thing I ever seen in prison. The worst thing I ever seen in prison It's two niggas pin a nigga down and another nigga take his ass. That's the worst thing I can see. I'm in a hotel where a nigga straight take a nigga shit.
Yeah, facts.
And you know what? You know what I did? Not a motherfucking thing because it wasn't my business.
It ain't my business.
All I can say is you got to either be a man or a mouse back there. I feel like this. Niggas ain't really taking that ass no more. You giving it up. You scared
Basically.
to fight for yours, bitch. You
You
gonna
ain't
have to
fighting.
kill me to get this ass. You gonna have to kill me.
You had to kill me to get
Bitch,
this ass,
This
nigga.
body gonna have to be cold for you to get this ass. I'm gonna do whatever I can to try to do something to you bitches. That's why
Oh shit.
I'm always protect this bitch.
Yeah. It's off limits, baby. I gotta die for you to get this shit right here, bro. I'm saying. I'm not saying you ain't gonna get it.
I gotta be dead.
But I ain't gonna know it. I'm gonna be up. I'm gonna be up there.
I'm gonna kill you. If you don't kill me, I'm gonna kill you.
One of the two. And that's the harsh reality of shit. When you go back there behind the walls, I can't speak for everybody's state, but if you go, you come here and you speeding through this bitch, you speeding over and you got 100 miles on the dash, you going to prison and you going to jail. And then we don't have like y'all have. You can see the judge. That's my grandbaby. You can't see the judge the same day or maybe not even the same week. So you about gonna get shipped. And when you get back there, you're gonna see people that literally want you. They want you. You know what I mean? They like the way you move. They like the way you walk. It's just some people that's wired like that. That's what people gotta understand. This ain't like people you see every other day. You're gonna see some of the weirdest looking people.
Institutionalized. I ain't seen a woman, and if they do see a woman, they restricted from it. They starting to looking at men like they women. That's the crazy part about it.
Yeah, he'll do just fine. Bring him on over here and put him on this line right here. Yeah, come on, homie. Man, we fuck with you, boy. Yeah, I like the way you carry yourself, bruh. Come here. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm going over there, get off this okay ass line. I'm going over here with my homeboys. Y'all okay ass niggas on K line. Okay ass niggas. When he get over there, he gonna be okay. Cause they play the confidence game with you. If I ain't never seen one. These niggas are sharp in prison. They would do some of the most elaborate things to have you convinced that you belong, that you a part of it. If you're not a leader, if you somebody that love the masses, you ain't gonna make it. You are not gonna make it. If you can't stand against everything when everybody else going the other way, if you can't stand alone and say this what I fuck with, that ain't what I fuck with,
you're gonna be a victim.
You're a victim.
You're a victim. Fuck that shit.
And the internet producing nothing but victims.
You can't do nothing but stand on it.
Yeah.
Better stand on business. If you don't stand on business, business gonna stand on you. Fuck that.
I knew a nigga named Business. I knew a nigga named Business. Shit. Yeah, he was standing on top of these niggas, man. He was standing on their necks. Yeah, he was standing on their backs. He was standing on their assholes. Yeah. And this, you gotta understand the harsh reality of it. You ain't talking about a nigga who got 2 years, which I done seen some niggas fall to peer pressure, but them the niggas we ain't talking about. We talking about niggas got 23 years. Niggas got maybe even 10 years. You know, them boys ain't gonna be seeing the women no time soon.
Yeah, that's something that gonna fuck your head up. You being gone from a woman that long.
Yeah, it gonna fuck you up.
You might everything look like a woman to you, and that bitch dreaming a nigga a woman damn near. Shit, I'm glad I ain't never had to take that long.
Take that route.
I don't never plan on taking that long over Joe.
Bro, and these niggas hide this shit, talking about they don't see this shit, boy. So you mean to tell me all these people that's in the world scattered out, all these big gay parades and all this type of stuff like this, none of these people was in prison in your state when every state got this shit. None of this shit happens. No gay people go to jail? So wait a minute, gay people are immune to prison.
No, gay people are not immune to prison. They got a lot of them in prison.
Yeah, waiting on your ass. They got gay people that will beat you out your dick. I mean, beat you out that bitch. Facts. you gonna give it up one way or the other. I gotta stab your ass. What I gotta do? They don't care if you bleed. That ain't no turn off to them. That's a turn on. If you bleeding, that's a turn on. Yeah, that makes them feel like, yeah, okay, this bitch mine now.
Right.
This bitch mine now,
Mental problems and all that
bro.
shit be going on back there, boy. Them
Mental
bitches be
problems.
losing they mind back there.
Yeah, bro.
That shit crazy.
I'm just trying to give what I got. You feel what I'm saying? The shit that I seen. I'm trying to share my life and the shit that I had survived from. That there's dudes that's coming home and ain't gonna never be the same. Y'all gonna meet them. Y'all gonna meet them. I want y'all to see firsthand what prison does to people. And people say, lock them up, put them in there. That's fine if they do the
Man,
crime.
man, I ain't gonna lie to you. Prison fuck a motherfucker up, boy. Prison fuck a nigga up. For one thing, cause bruh, you gotta stand on business when you in that bitch. You gonna have to find out if you a man or a mouse back there, bro. Cause the only thing you can run across is a blade. You might could buy you one in that bitch. But other than that, it's gonna be man to man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And ain't no guns.
Hmm.
You can't walk around that bitch with bitch ways. And you just gotta stand on business with whatever you say. If you talking about it, you gotta stand on it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And that's what I pride myself on every time I go to prisons. If it's gonna be business, it's gonna be real business. If you think you're gonna come around and play with me, I'm gonna bust your shit loose. And when I bust your shit loose, you gonna get up out of there. You ain't gonna lay in that bitch no more, so you can catch me slipping. You got to go after I wire your shit up. I'm about to make you shake them bars, and if you don't shake them bars, they gonna come in there and find you in a puddle of blood where they took your stupid ass outfit.
Yeah. And he may sound harsh, but this is how you gotta be. And that's why I say I always disassociate my brothers with what I'm doing because I had 2 years to kind of mold myself into this person. They ain't as, you know, whatever, as
Yeah,
polished as me or whatever. They still suffering from some of the shit. They don't play that get close to me, shake my hand shit. You know, they ain't gonna let you shake my hand shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna happen.
I tell
Somebody
you
gonna get
what,
hurt by mistake.
if you ain't a nigga I know from my day one, you are outside of me. If I ain't fuck with you coming up on in a prison, I don't trust you. I don't give a fuck how close you try to get to me or how cool you is. I'm still watching you because I don't know what you want. You know what I'm saying? And I'ma just watch me. I'ma protect me. I don't give a fuck. If I see you and you seem like you on some grimy shit, I'ma ease back from you. And if I ease back from you and you still come toward me, once I ease back from you, I'm gonna let your ass have it because I feel like you up to something. I ain't gonna play with you.
I ain't gonna play with you.
I ain't
Can't
gonna
take no
play with you.
chances.
You see me bagging out from you, go on about your business. Cause I feel like I don't trust you. You know what I'm saying? Trust gotta you gotta earn trust. And I don't think you can earn it back there because all the niggas be on some sly shit. Yeah. And guess what? If you on some sly shit with me, I'ma jack you up. I ain't gonna play with you. I'ma go on get you on out of there.
Word, jack you up.
I'ma jack your ass up. I
I'ma
want
jack
you.
you up.
I want you stressed out. If I can't put you out, I'm gonna make you get on them bars. You gonna have to get out of that bitch after I get you because you can't sleep around me no more. You can't sleep around me no more. Shit, you got to go. You got to go.
Yeah, you gotta go for facts. New Jack, man, I want to tell y'all this, man. These interviews, they gonna get more polished and they gonna be better as we go. We gotta work the kinks out of it. Y'all know I was set up for story mode, but you know, a lot of people they ready for these interviews, and I want to give them to them. You know, it ain't no thing that I couldn't. I want y'all to get the full effect so y'all can know each person background that I bring to you guys. You know, so I'm just about to start firing off on y'all. Y'all about to meet every single person y'all want to meet. But I'm giving it to y'all just the way it came, just the way I did the seasons. You know, I'm going from season 1 to season 2. And my brother was in season 1. He just couldn't control himself, so they had to get rid of him real soon. They had to ship him. He was gonna be a problem. It's gonna cost the prison money. It's gonna cost the prison money.
Man, I was whooping ass, man.
Yeah.
I went in that bitch whooping ass, and that's what made them ship me. Shit, I was
One of the quietest brothers I know. I always been like that. I always been reserved. You know what I mean? But when it's time to get active, he get that.
We gonna get active.
Yeah.
If we have to get active, I'm gonna get active.
Yeah.
We gonna get active, man, bro. Some of the shit we done did, bro. Hey, it ain't even to be mentioned, but
yeah,
shit, we done did a lot of shit, man.
You know, and they be thinking, see, this is what a lot of people, when I tell these stories, they be like, man, you better be careful saying you doing this. The prison don't care. That's like them admitting that this shit happens. They not gonna give me a platform to say this shit happens. I want that. I would go do time if they start admitting some of this shit.
Right.
I would go let me go do time for something I tell y'all. That's gonna bring this shit to the light. That this shit going behind this, all these families suffering, all these families, what they doing back there. I'm doing this. Yeah, okay.
Hey,
bring me up on charge.
Back there.
They
people
not
getting raped back there. People doing a lot of shit, bro. These people getting misused back there, bro. And guess what? You can't do a motherfucking thing because guess what? The deputies ain't gonna do shit.
I be trying to tell them.
Gonna leave you in that bitch. You in that bitch. If you're gonna be a guppy, you're gonna be a guppy in a room full of sharks, or you gonna be a shark. You just gotta be a bigger shark than these niggas that's being sharks out here. You know what I'm saying? If you can't be a shark out here, like these niggas being a shark, you know what I'm saying? You gonna be a guppy.
Yeah.
So man, I watch niggas get down there get molested in the motherfucking and molested in the goddamn shower because they don't want to take up for themselves. They don't want to stand up for themselves.
Got molested.
Shit, nigga, you
that word.
Gon' fucking, you ain't gonna fucking play with me like that. I'm gonna be a man to the end. Bitch, you gonna have to kill me to get it. I don't give a fuck. These niggas raping, they taking booties, they doing all kind of shit. These motherfuckers putting up curtains and everything in that bitch.
Put them up.
Curtains in that bitch. They got their whole bed right.
And I be trying to tell them they do that. They wrap the whole bed up.
They wrap the whole bed up. Ain't nobody finna watch me get you.
Get on in there. Get on. We don't want to do it. Get your whole ass in there. And they come home and they got baby mamas and oh man, they get treated like
all that shit, man.
Much respect. When them predators come home, you see these people telling you these stories. You ain't thinking about their victims. You ain't thinking about these people. You know what I'm saying? Like I be seeing them watching these predators. I be like, man, you ain't thinking about all his victims. He lying to you, telling these people wanted this. You think these people came in straight and they wanted this? They just gave it to you?
Fuck
no.
Was taking that shit.
You was intimidating. You was telling them you gonna stab them or something. You did this. You did this. But New Jack, man, we gonna get out of here because we got this other interview coming, man. This is my bro, New Jack Will, from day one. You know, and you about to meet the whole family. I love you guys, and y'all be right back up with us. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get more detail as we go. I love all you guys. I'll see you soon.
Later.